It's taken me 7 minutes, I'm not kidding, to get this chair exactly in shot how I want it to. Hello. I wanted to talk about some things. No, nothing's wrong. No, I'm not dying. No, I'm not quitting YouTube. Don't panic. Just in case anyone thinks this is like a sad or troublesome video. No, not at all. I've just noticed a few things about the content space itself, and I want to talk about it. Where do I start this? I've had like 3 different versions of this video go through my head trying to work out how to do this. Probably shouldn't have done it outside when it's cold and windy, but it was one of those things where you just want to get out of the house. Oh, where do I start this? There's a lot I want to say, and I'm not quite sure how to say it. Okay, just to preface this, I'm not going to edit this video too much. I'm not going to cut around things too much. I'm just going to kind of let it flow. Consider this an outdoor podcast if the podcast only had one host, and the host for some reason took 8 minutes to put these chairs in the right place in her garden. So it's quite low budget. If I was to ask you, what was the video topic in the video that you watched before this one? Can you remember the title of the video? Maybe you can. But for a second, see if you can remember what video you watched before this. And it may have been one of mine, so this might not work particularly well. But try it. See if you can remember what the video was about, what the topic was, etc. of the video that you watched before this one. And then, however long that video for some people could be 5 minutes, that video for some people could be 10 minutes. Now try to think of the video you watched before that. And this is going to be really difficult if you're watching things on a short form feed, because they're only like 30 seconds long, so it's going to be very hard for you to remember what you watched, but try it. Now try the video before, or the video before that. Now there's a reason I'm asking you this, and it's because there's something I've been thinking about myself and trying to work out as a creator, how do I make sure I'm someone who's useful as opposed to someone who's not? We're in a weird time, lads. I bet some of you are sat like, what is she doing? Is she having a breakdown? Listen, in terms of social media, or as I like to call it, anti-social media, we're in an odd space. Like, really weird. Don't know if you take a look at the news. Don't know if you do that, but everything's a bit fucked up. And it's not that it's ever been unfucked up, but things seem really off right now, don't it? It almost seems satirical. It seems caricature-like to standard reality that we would have had 4 or 5 years ago. Everything seems completely flipped. Entertainment has shifted. If you was to go back to the 40s, 50s, 60s, and you was to look at the amount of time a teenager or young adult or person in their 20s or 30s, whatever, looked at forms of stimulus, whether it be movies, songs, books, whatever, the amount of time they'd spend is very, very different to the amount of time the average young person spends here today. Not only did they have it a hell of a lot easier in some ways from an economic standpoint, we're in a really weird space. And I, as a content creator, I'm realising I'm somebody that's adding fuel to the fire. And I'm going to explain what I mean by this. I'm very proud. It's been, for me, I'm recording this end of December. I'm very proud with what I've done on my channel. And by channel, I mean Claudie TV. That's the one I'm referring to there, because that's the first one I started. I've had an amazing journey. I started it late November 2024, and I've grown really rapidly. For context, in order to be monetized on YouTube, there's certain parameters that you need to hit, and the 2 main ones are you need to have 4,000 hours of watch time, and you need to basically hit 1,000 subscribers, and then you can turn monetization on. Revenue sharing is then turned on via the ads that are displayed on your videos, and you start to enter a cycle with YouTube where you can start to earn money. Now, the money is minuscule when you first start, and it grows the bigger that you get, but nonetheless, it kickstart that motion. I was able to apply, so I passed both those 2 parameters on December the 15th or the 16th. It's one of those 2 of 2024. And as of today, I'm recording this actually on December the 15th or the 16th. I actually don't know what day it is because I've been so jam-packed with work and recording that I have actually got no sense of time and what day it is. But it's been a year since I was able to apply for monetization. About a week or 10 days after I applied, monetization was granted, and that means from that point onwards, I think it was literally a couple of days before Christmas, I was able to start earning from my videos. And I'm really proud, like genuinely very proud of what I've achieved with the main channel. I'm heading towards, at this point, 14k. I've been able to grow a network of patrons via Patreon that have been the major financial support by a long mile, and has allowed me to massively take the pressure off myself this year, 2025. And I'm really appreciative of the journey that I've had. I'm also talking about it in the past tense. That's interesting, because I have no intention of stopping. Just to clarify, nothing's really going to change, just in case, people are feeling like something's off. No, I will continue doing my reactions. And on this channel, I will be testing a few things and trying a few things out. But I just wanted to... I don't really have a space to discuss stuff. Like, in my reaction vids, I can't just sit and talk about things that are on my mind because the main focus is whatever I'm watching. And on here, I've just been playing games. Badly. But I've just been, tackling that angle of content. And I'm really proud of it. But there's this weird feeling that I've had, and it's been growing particularly this past month. Like, past month, maybe just over a month. I don't know the right way of putting this without it seeming like I'm not grateful. I feel like a charlatan. There you go. I said it. Like I say, proud, feel good, definitely going to keep going with all that. But there's something I'm missing, like really missing from the content journey. I don't feel so much like I'm faking anything. If anything, I felt like a real caricature of myself when I was doing the arcane stuff. I felt like I had to perform every video. Even when I'd had enough, if I'm honest with you, that was a big... I went from 0 to 100 very quick when doing the arcane stuff. Like I say, I had 1,000 people click subscribe, and I'd accumulated over 4,000 hours of total watch time. Lay down 4,000 hours and work out how many that is in days. Work out... just for context, in case you're not familiar with YouTube, let me explain to you what 4,000 hours means. It doesn't mean total views counted. So if I've got a video that's an hour long and one view is 60 minutes, no. Say my average watch time per video is anywhere between 25 and 45%. Let's say it's around 33%, so a third of that time, right? That means if my video is an hour long, the average person watches it for 20 minutes, which is, unless you're Mr. Beast, which I'll get to that in a minute, it's pretty good watch time, right? What that means is if you laid out sections of 20 minutes to the point where it added up to 4,000 hours, that's how much people had watched my videos in about 3.5 weeks, which is mental. That's like literally 0 to 100 very, very quick. And I didn't really know how to deal with it. I was very proud of myself, but I didn't really know what I was doing. And because Arcane did so well, I felt stuck into one pigeonholed avenue of animated stuff. And I drained that rock dry, really, really did, of just trying to impress an audience that really only wanted one thing from me. And then gained the confidence to pivot, started watching some other shows, got a new audience coming in, started a second wave of confidence, right? So it was sort of doing this, but I still was on an upward trajectory, okay? Kept working hard this year. For context, I don't know how many videos I've made, but it's a lot. It's a lot. I'll put something on the screen. It's a lot of videos and a lot of shorts and a lot of time spent editing, right? All the while, as the year's gone on, I've accumulated thoughts, opinions about the space, about the YouTube space, okay? I started at the end of September, I think it was somewhere around the 20th or the 21st of September, I launched this channel as a space to do other stuff outside of reactionary content. And I have. I sat and yapped about houseplants, done some gaming, made a Lego set, right? That sort of thing. All the while balancing both channels simultaneously. Okay. Now, as of 10 days ago, somewhere around there, I got an email. And the email said, "Hi Claudie, we are essentially a growth agency." Now, for context, my work, I'm a marketing consultant. So I know about agencies and cold emails. They don't really know who you are. They're scraping your email data and they're sending you information based on some parameters that you fit that they've got. Okay. So they send me an email. "Hi Claudie, we're a growth agency. How about we do a free half an hour long audit of your channel and you sit down with one of our consultants for free. We'll tell you what we think we can help you with in terms of growing your channel." They're clearly talking about Claudie TV. "And if you like what we have to offer, then we'll go forward and start working together." And I thought, well, it's a free audit. I know about free audits because I offer them myself. Cool, okay, yep, half an hour of my time, cool. So I'll sit down with them. So I sat down with them on Zoom. Now, in case, I doubt any one of them would see this, but in case they do, in no way am I belittling your opinion or your perception of my channel, but I'm going to loosely explain what they said and why it triggered a certain sense of feelings from me, which is why I'm making this video that I am. Anyway, I know this is long-winded, but honestly, I just feel like I want to talk to a camera and not have anything too structured. So if you're still intrigued, go with me. If not, I'll see you in the next gaming vid. Okay. The standard premise was Claudie TV is doing well. It's grown well in a short period of time. This was their verdict, essentially. They basically said I've done well to jump and gain audiences, because when you watch different shows, it brings new people in and you're able to basically pivot and keep moving. The watch time's good. Everything on Claudie TV is really healthy. I've just got to keep doing what I'm doing. And from the metrics that I've got, it's clear that people do enjoy it. And so I felt good. Getting that kind of response, I felt good. Then, while I was on the call, I said, "Look, we've got a few minutes left. Can I show you this other channel? I have a second channel." And they said, "Sure." Then I show them this channel. And I show them the analytics. And I show them what I'm doing and what I plan to do. And this guy who I was talking to went quiet. And then said, "Look, you want my advice on how to grow this second channel? Here's what you do. You lock in to one niche. Pick a game, a popular one that's trending. And you basically make retentive videos about one space." So for example, the example they gave, they said, pick a game like Minecraft, for example, make interesting videos within that space that other people aren't, keep the videos between 10 and 20 minutes, make sure they're highly retentive, there is a clear point to why people want to get to the end of the video, and do that regularly enough to grow an audience. Do that and you will cross 1,000 and probably way more in a short period of time, and you may surpass your other channel. And I said, good, okay, good. Thank you for that info, appreciate it. That's probably exactly the right thing to do, and that's probably what I should do if I want to grow this channel a certain way. Cool, okay. Ended the call, thanked them for their time, said I'll get back to them. Okay. Here's why I feel weird. Okay. How do I put this delicately? Like I said, societally, we're in a weird place. Content, entertainment, politics, it's all become a bit blended, where you don't really know actually where one starts and the other one ends. And you'd be surprised what someone will do for attention. It's all become very Orwellian, hasn't it really? It's all become, if you're not familiar with the concept Orwellian, there's an amazing book written in 1948 by George Orwell called 1984. If you haven't read it, read it. It's very important that you read it. It's a very important book. And if you're not someone who enjoys reading, there's a movie with a very famous actor in it called John Hurt. It will probably seem dated to some of you younger viewers, but watch it. And if you can't do either of those, I'm sure there is some hyper-edited YouTube video essay that you could probably watch that's about 20 minutes. Give that a go. My job as a creator is to harbour your attention. I need you to look and listen to me in order for me to make money. Okay. I don't like it. This has taken a turn, hasn't it? This ain't no short hike video today. This is very different. I feel weird. And I've felt this, like I say, for a good month, like really feeling this, but I think this has been brewing for a while and I didn't know how to process it. I feel weird harbouring attention from someone and offering no benefit other than entertainment. Now, I'm very well aware many of you watching my videos enjoy them. You let me know via the comments or even by the analytics. I know there are videos that have a really good watch time. They get very well responded to. You guys in the Discord let me know how you feel. You know, I'm very well aware majority of people have really enjoyed my stuff. And the things that I make and put out, it gets a good response. And I'm very happy with that. And I don't in any way want to seem like I'm ungrateful, because I'm not. And I'm more than happy to keep doing what I'm doing. But, and there is a but, in a time where your attention is valued, it has a price. Creators don't get rewarded if their audience gets bored. And in order for me to grow as a creator, the advice that I'm being given, and even the platform itself, is pushing me to morph into a certain kind of creator that I don't want to be. And that creator is a YouTuber, is someone who is a performer, an entertainer. It's asking a certain thing of me that I don't want to do. And I'm at a crossroads of what kind of content I want to make. Let me emphasise, I don't plan on stopping Claudie TV. I'm very much enjoying the shows I react to. I think the shows that I watch are poignant. I think I joke about Arcane and the difficult time I had with that. That was, in case you're unaware, a blend of issues. Predominantly it brought in a younger audience. That was difficult for me to deal with because a lot of them became very hyperfixated. It brought in an audience, to be honest with you, from a certain queer community, and a space where me giving my opinions of certain characters meant that people had opinions of me, and I think in some ways started perceiving me as just another character, like the ones that they became obsessed with. I became a point of fixation for some people, and it led to people wanting to know more about my life, my personal life, and it became invasive. Nothing that couldn't be fixed, nothing that's an issue now, genuinely. But it was a weird time. What happened there? No, nothing. I heard a plonking noise and I thought something just shattered. Anyway, I've enjoyed other shows. I mean, you know, I shifted from there and started watching Blue Eye Samurai. Then I went down, you know, I went Fleabag, Severance, Silo, Ted Lasso. And I've really enjoyed it. And reacted to some other things along the way as well, some movies and League stuff and all that sort of thing. And I've really, I want to be clear, I've really enjoyed it. I wouldn't make videos about stuff I don't care about, or I'm not in the mood to discuss and talk about, which is why I've pivoted and moved on from some spaces, right? Same with this second channel. I have wanted to just try the games that I want to play. Like I say, I want to stick by my guns here. I want to make sure at the root of it all I'm enjoying what I'm doing, right? But there is a want. I was going to say need, but it's not really a need. There was a want. There's a part of me that wants to talk about more, discuss more, have conversations like this. And the reason actually that I feel like I can, or there may even be a desire from the audience for me to be more like this, is because at the moment my most viewed video on this channel is me standing just over there yapping about houseplants. So a part of me the other day thought maybe I should just sit and talk about this, because maybe this is actually what people want. I don't know. I've always said I want to keep my channels a place where it doesn't get too heavy and I don't talk about too many sensitive topics, or I keep politics out of things, and I intend to. I'm not in any way looking to discuss things that are compromising in terms of belief systems or is going to get people arguing in the comments, because I don't feel it's valuable, right? I'll bring this full circle. I'll bring this full circle for a second. Like I said at the beginning, I asked you, can you remember what the video topic was even about of the video that you watched before this, or the one before, or the one before? At the end of the day, I might give some people some laughs, and all in all, I think people enjoy my videos. And I want to be clear, I'm not really an expert on anything, but I do feel there are some things that I want to talk about and have a voice about that I think do need discussing. And for me, what seems to be the first thing that I want to talk about is content addiction, which is why I'm tiptoeing around this and being so hesitant, because I'm literally someone that's adding to that. I'm literally adding to, by making this video, I'm allowing you to spend more time on your phone or your laptop or whatever, rather than doing something that is going to be more worthwhile for you. And that, if I'm honest with you, is giving me a crisis of conscience. There we go, I said it. I've got it out, Doc, I've got it out. Right, there we go. I feel that although I am entertaining, I don't feel to some degree I am educating or in any way encouraging and allowing you as people to feel like you've come here and learn anything, or are going to be able to leave here with something that is in any way valuable to you. Like I say, I'm not an expert. I'm not going to become a finance YouTuber. I'm not going to sell a course. Don't you fucking worry. There is no link in the description for a course. Don't you panic. That won't be happening. What would I even sell a course about? How to giggle at everything in a show? This is weird. I mean, I know I seem like a blabbering idiot half the time in my videos, but I usually am quite articulate, and I'm struggling with this. I'm struggling to get it out. I feel to a degree that I will keep reacting to TV shows and laughing and joking with you guys about stuff in there, or discussing theories and what characters are getting up to, because I enjoy it. I fully intend to continue gaming at my pace, but I will just keep poodling around and doing my own thing, and I am enjoying it. However frustrated I get, whether it be Goose Game or whatever, I genuinely do enjoy it, and I do laugh out loud when I'm editing, because I realise how angry I get, and it's funny. And I want you to know, I would never upload a video if I didn't truly enjoy something. There is a reason I haven't played any more of the Stanley Parable, and it's because it made me very, very dizzy and feel very icky. Will I ever play it again? Maybe. I might do some more, but for now, I'm okay with just trying some other stuff, right? I want you to know, I will always try to do what the audience would like to see from me, but I'm never going to keep doing something just because the audience wants to see it from me. You're never going to get that, because I'm going to be honest, I give far more of a shit about how I feel than how you feel at the end of the day, which is why I'm probably not going to ever grow to be a big YouTuber, which is literally what I'm coming back to full circle when I had this consultancy call. In a time where you have a content creator like Mr. Beast, let's just look at the big end of the scale here, right? You have a guy who has not only extreme levels of financial capability, but also production capability, to make videos that will, within the first 10 seconds, make your brain so overstimulated that you have to stick it through. Otherwise, you feel like you're missing out because everyone else is going to be talking about it to a degree. I'm talking about this hypothetically because at the end of the day, who gives a fuck? But you know what I mean. The fact that that is now the blueprint, the platform rewards you as a creator for that blueprint. I don't feel I want to go down that path, however much that affects my channels. I think the point I'm trying to get to here is, like I've said before, in a time where, as a creator, you are rewarded, and I mean handsomely rewarded. For context, it's something like 50 to 60% of teenagers, when asked what they want to do when they're older, say YouTuber, streamer, or influencer. There is a huge amount of money in this space. Huge amount of money in this space. The temptation for a younger audience to just become another person who feeds content-based slop to people in hopes of making an above-average income. The temptation is horrific. And I'm not trying to come across like a good Samaritan here. I'm not in any way trying to seem like I'm the good guy out of all the bad guys, because I'm not. I've played a part in that too. I've made 300 and something videos on my other channel that you could have not watched and gone outside and had productive time working on things for your own life, but instead you chose to spend that time with me watching something and commenting about it or just enjoying it, right? I'm trying to say, for 2026, my goal is to test stuff. Now, Claudie TV probably not so much. It's just a case of keep doing what I'm doing. I'm enjoying it, the audience is enjoying it, it's going well. But for this channel, and I don't know how this is going to work, I have a feeling, which is why I'm talking about it, that it will work. I have a feeling that it is actually what an audience wants, which is someone who is going to talk to them like this. Because here's another shitty thing that we've got to deal with, right? AI. Let's fucking talk about it real quick. I won't be here too much longer because my hands are beginning to go ice cold. But AI, what a fucking piece of shit that stuff is. Okay, in the next few years, as AI gets better and better, you are going to see a massive commoditization of entertainment. And it should scare you. We've recently seen the deal with Warner Brothers being bought by Netflix, or it's in the discussions of it, but we're still not quite. It may be bought by Paramount, we don't actually know what's happening, but either way, there's shifts. Cinema is going to change. TV, and what we know as a TV show, is going to change. News is going to change. We're about to enter a time where videos can be physically manufactured by lines of code to the point where they are indistinguishable from human events. We're screwed. Like, I mean it, we're screwed. And I have a feeling that language learning models and AI is going to, for creators to utilize it, it's going to push you down that avenue of the blueprint. It's going to make your content highly retentive. It's going to make it super snappy and, exciting. And this is why I feel, for some reason, that a shift to what feels like early days of YouTube. This. Person, camera, microphone. That's it. Birds. Big bird. That was a big bird. What was that? Did you was that in the corner of a shot? Well, something just flew onto there. I feel that if I go down the road of trying to grow a YouTube channel to gain attention, but the way I do that is by striving so low for attention span, people with none of it, I don't really do my job. It's giving the illusion I'm doing my job, right? I feel the only way for me and audience to be genuinely happy with the journey ahead is to do this. I will play games at my tempo. I will make the gaming videos a little bit shorter, just because I do feel they go on a bit and sometimes I get stuck on a section. All I need to do is come away and go back. So that is something I will shift. But more importantly, I feel in a time where the element of processed media, and by processed I mean whether it's manufactured or just exaggerated, it's not actually people. Here's an experiment for you to do, right? Because I've noticed this. When you next look at a podcast or like just an interview or something, right? Look at the way that people talk. It's really fucking weird. Everybody's talking like they're a news presenter. Everyone's using like a pitch or tone to the way they talk that feels really presenter-like. And it's really weird. Like, this is how I talk to my clients at work. This is how I talk to my parents. This is how I talk to my friends. This is the way I talk. But when you look at other YouTubers, I'll give you an example. Hey guys, it's me again. That voice, that stupid fucking YouTuber voice that they do, it's everywhere. It's really weird. You will see it in people that aren't doing YouTube or influencer work or anything. They will start talking like this. Once you see it, it's so hard to unsee it. Look at younger people in your family. Look at kids, like younger siblings, children. Like if you have children of your own, look at your cousins, whatever. Look at the way they talk, because they're not consuming movies in the way that we did when we grew up. They're not consuming TV shows at the same way that they were made. Everything is performative today. Everybody's trying to get a little piece of the influencer pie. And that behaviour is being mimicked. And I think AI is going to mimic it as well when it starts to create, media and whatever. I'm going to wrap this up pretty soon because it's starting to rain and I don't want this to blow away and my camera to get wet. Forgive the long-winded rant. Forgive the complete jarring shift to the kind of content that I'd usually put on here. But it's come to the end of the year. It's been just over a year of my total YouTube journey, and I was feeling reflective, and I wanted to have a discussion like I haven't really been able to have before about trajectory and what my plan is next. Like I say, I'm not in any way trying to be a saviour or better than other creators. I'm not trying to put people down. I'm not trying to belittle the ideas and opinions of someone who is trying to grow YouTubers or anything like that. I'm not trying to seem like I'm better or more understanding of a space that actually not many people can predict or understand. The point I'm trying to get to here is we live in a weird time where your job as an entertainer is to entertain no matter what the cost is. As a marketer, my job is to promote a product no matter what the cost is. That's why we're seeing in the digital marketing space such a shift for AI and just utilising whatever metrics that we can to grow a marketing campaign regardless of the ethics behind where they get that data from, and it feels weird to me. And I'm noticing it everywhere. I'm noticing it through social media, through my work, through my content, through economics, politics, everything. You can see it everywhere. The concept of morals and ethics is gone. Like, gone more than ever. People are... When everyone's struggling, people start looking out for themselves and not other people, and it concerns me. And so my want, my New Year's resolution, my Christmas wish, however you want to look at it, what I am striving towards for next year is more candidness than I've even shown before. My journey, I've thought I've been someone that's quite candid, and I think I have been. I don't think I play into too much of the bullshit that's put out there online. I play things my own way, and I try to keep things a light and positive space. But I'm going to be testing different kinds of content. I will continue with the gaming, I will continue with whatever it is I'm currently doing, but I'm going to add some other stuff. And I'm gonna throw in some more videos like this. Me just sitting talking. If there's a topic that comes up via the Discord, or my work, or friendships, or whatever, and I feel like, or even the shows that I watch, if there's something I actually think that scene triggered something for me, and I want to talk about it, I'm going to talk about it. Regardless of if opinions are taken well or not, I think just try and go a little bit more rogue with what I'm doing. Because I'm happy with where I'm at, but I know I could be much happier. And I feel more valuable to you as an audience if I just push it a little bit further. So that's the plan. And yeah, I just wanted to... I don't know why I decided to come out here and sit in the rain, to be honest, but I quite like it. I was able to get out of my head and get out of my standard setup to do something that was, for me, a non-standard video. and so that's why I'm here. And I suppose to end this, I would encourage you to find things away from the content space that you also enjoy. It's hard, by the way. At this point in time, everything is really connected to your phone. Not just your entertainment, your family, your connections, your communication, your banking apps, your financials, everything is connected to one spot. I recently have started to dissect that a bit, and I have never been very good at reading, but I've started to pick up physical books away from a screen, away from blue light. I've started to attempt to get into reading, and I plan to stick with it and see how it goes. I plan to pick up some new hobbies. My health this year, personally, has been very up and down. Nothing too problematic, nothing that can't be fixed, but stuff that's made me very, very reclusive and stuck in my ways. And what that has led to is cycles of behaviour where I would stay indoors and look at my phone as opposed to go outside and do something else. And I, the past month especially, have been really pushing myself, however cold it is, to go outside, move my body, feel good, rather than just sit indoors and allow myself to feel shit. And I fully understand the hypocrisy of this statement, but I'm telling you to, when you can, get offline. Even if you come back, even if, you sit here and watch videos from YouTubers like me, find other things to do. It will make you feel better, and don't get too swamped down by content and entertainment, because it is a money-making machine, and people design their videos so that you keep watching more. And if I were you, I would watch whatever you feel is valuable to you and not watch anything more than that. And when there is a calling to you to do other things and explore other areas of life, go and do it. Even if it means you don't come back here. I would actually feel more valued and better as a creator if this was the last video that you watched and it allowed you to do more with your life. If I see you back for another one, I'll see you then. If not, Godspeed. Have a good day. And I'm going to round it up here because I'm freezing cold and my hair is now wet. As always, and there's a reason I say this at the end of videos, take very good care of yourself. Because I think we often forget, so take very good care of yourself. And if I see you around here again, I'll see you on the next one. Toodles poodles.